Hello guys, how you all doing? Just want us to check our Nasdaq. I think we haven't checked it in like 2 days now, and yeah, I think we all agree that it is now inside a monthly support, which is this one here, as you can see. Anything between this from the body of this black bar and the lowest point in this area, which is this red line there, anything in between that, it's our support, monthly support. And so now I just marked the lowest point here with the blue line and the lowest point with this, so which is where I put this thing here. So that's where I will be looking to take it to the upside, because now my worry is that we did have a what do you call this, rejection bar, but then now we went lower than it, which I always tell you that this is not a good sign. That's not a good sign for you to have a bullish rejection bar and then fail to go above that range. But if it happens that you have something like this and then you go above it, most of the time it will continue in that direction. But in this case, we never went above the rejection bar. Same way we couldn't go above that, but then we went lower than it and then continued pushing down like that. So even now, this is not a good sign, unless of course, because now the month we are halfway through, unless if it touches this and then goes up and closes as another pin bar, then at least it will still be pointing towards the upside. So for now, I'm waiting at this level here. So that is all on monthly, and then let's check our weekly. Remember, we had engulfing about 2 weeks 3 weeks back, and we were looking to buy to at least, we were bullish up until until this trend line here, but that didn't happen. We came back and invalidated the engulfing when we went lower than it. That's what we said the last time we checked this one, and then now we said the weekly trend line is somewhere there, and we marked that level. I think that's where this one, I think it was drawn on H4, yeah. But currently on weekly, you have this and you have this. So this is where we're still waiting here. So hopefully from next week, maybe tomorrow, it's Friday, it will just try and touch that level. Then we can try and take it to at least remember, as much as we can say our resistance is there, but we're not gonna force the price to get there. When it gets to, it can find resistance from a trend line as well. So when it gets to this trend line, we are going to exit. We're not gonna predict that it will penetrate and go all the way up there. If it does, but at least we have gotten our thing, we are out. And then if it breaks, and then that's when we can look to continue like that. So that's all on weekly. And then on daily, nothing much has changed. Our trend line was still somewhere there, and we did try to go up, but now we're coming down. And what did we do? This, guys, this, which is what? Engulfing. Maybe this engulfing will give us a second bar that will enter this zone, and we have a new low because we did have this, and then we have a lower low. So which means your daily trend line, you must update it and bring it here. So maybe this engulfing, if it closes like that, maybe tomorrow we can have something like this and enter into this pool. This is where we'll be searching for buying opportunities. This, because remember, this we got it from the monthly, as much as we are currently inside the monthly and stuff like that, but the structure, even on this smaller time frame, smaller than monthly, obviously we are not getting reasons to buy as yet. So we are waiting there. So now that we're seeing the engulfing, we just hope that tomorrow it gives us a push to the downside. I feel like it has been in the downtrend for too long now. It needs to start going up. So when it enters here, that's when we'll be searching for reasons to go long. Maybe we'll get the long-term entry there, where we'll hold and then hold until we'll see where we decide to exit. And then let's check our H4. In the previous video, we were there and then saying I think we'll go until there, but at the moment, because this is what the level that if you wanted to sell, you could sell from it. Why? Because this is the resistance, right? And what did it do? If you check, it gave us the gap. So it is a very strong resistance. And but like, unfortunately, the price just sort of filled in the gap and then quickly went down. So what does that mean? It means because of what? Remember, it had given us this I think this was on H1. So we had this, we had that. Now we are coming lower than that, which means you need to sort of adjust the trend line. The bearish move is still not yet over. Then you put your trend line there, and now we seem to be having like a rejection bar there. Is the price gonna go above that? Maybe go to the trend line? I don't know. We're not gonna take that one. We just hope that it breaks the trend line. I mean it breaks the pin bar and it comes lower than it, so that, because remember we are waiting inside here. This is our buy zone. This is where we'll be looking to buy. So remember, when you buy, the first exit has to be at the trend line. If you're taking more than one trade, if you're taking just one trade and you're still in the stage of growing your account, then you have to exit at that trend line. Then you are waiting and see how the price reacts to it. If it breaks, maybe it breaks it and then it plays there. Maybe if it gave you a support there, if it comes down, you can enter again because you still have gap to the opposing structure. Then you can enter like that. But if it goes like this and gives you a thing here, but now it enters and it holds there, I feel like the resistance is now too close. But if it hasn't touched it, then you can go and you can buy. But we'll see that one tomorrow. Next week we will make another video, but for now we just hope that it comes lower than that. That's if you are trading the higher time frames. Let's see if you're trading the smaller ranges or the smaller sequence or the smaller combinations. If you're trading the smaller combinations, your next opposing structure is here and your trend line is there. If you get a breakout, I don't know, you'll try and buy this and exit there. It all depends on the time frames that you're trading. So someone can have a trading opportunity here, of which when you're trading H4 you don't have anything as yet. So I always preach the thing of concept of time frame combinations. And if you're trading M15 sorry, your trend line was there and it seems to be broken, and then this is your resistance that you're currently hitting. If you break that and then you come down, maybe you can try and take that, and then you still exit with that H1 guy there. Remember the H1 guy, we said if he gets a reason to buy, you will be exiting here. You will probably be getting the same thing if you're trading M15. But for now, I just hope next week or tomorrow it goes down to there, to the area that we are all looking for. This is what we are all waiting, this one. Because now currently, if you're trying to buy and all this stuff and you're having this as like a sort of engulfing, so it's not a good sign. But we will see. If you're trading smaller time frames, you can get your buy and exit before the structure even changes. So that's why those smaller guys will be getting more and more entries, so they can buy and exit without even this changing its shape. So they can, because remember, they're just buying and they will exit. Most of the time they will exit the same day, so it won't change the structure on daily, because they will get an entry and exit before even that same daily candlestick closes. So yeah, that's it, guys. For now, let's just hope and have our fingers crossed that we come here. So you just need to be able, to follow the way I analyze, because of what I always preach these concepts: trend line, as to how to draw it, when to adjust it, and stuff like that. And also the market structure or the trend. You need to know if you're going up, how do you know that you're going up, and also be able to mark your support and your resistance. Then when you know the trend is going like that, and also the time frame combinations. So you need to understand that if you're trading H4, H1 doesn't bother you much because it's a smaller time frame, but you can't trade H4 and not know what daily is saying. That's way too risky. So these ones, you must just make sure that you master these four. The rest will just be patching. They will apply here and there, but most of the time, or all the time, every time you analyze, there's no way you would analyze and not put a trend line, or not talk about the trend or the market structure, and not talk about the support and the resistance and also the time frame combinations. It's impossible. So that's why you must make sure that the videos that I made on those four concepts, you just master them. If you have anything that you don't yet understand, you just be more than welcome to always ask, and then I will try and and make another video to try and simplify it. But for now, I just wanted us to sort of update each other with what is happening on Nasdaq. So if it comes here, if it comes there, hopefully it's not gonna penetrate that, because if it penetrates that, then we I don't know, because I mean, now we won't have anything. You will maybe be looking to sell, continue selling, and hope that it will reach this. But imagine the stock losing all that value. I don't know. But for now, until it is broken, we are not gonna give it the benefit of the doubt. We are gonna lean on it because it is not yet broken. But if it gets broken, it means the next one is there, because you can see here there's nothing. So maybe you will also have smooth move going down. But let's just hope that that's not gonna happen, because it's gonna take a couple of months for it to do the same thing. Maybe two, because remember, usually the price when it's going up, it makes small bars compared to when it is coming down. If you can check, look at the size of these candlesticks. It took a very long time for it to grow like that, to move from here to there. It took over a year. But when it dropped from there to the same level, it took just 3 months. So you can see that it's easy for a company to fall, but very difficult for it to grow. If you check the growth from this to that, took over a year, but from this to that just took just under 2 months. You see, if you check from this, where we are now, to the high there, to the current, to the high that we had, the highest point, from this to this, it took also probably just under a year. But to move from that same high to here, we not even 6 months. 1, 2, 3, okay, about 6. So you can see it takes a very long time for this thing to move up, but to fall doesn't waste time. So even here, now that we've got like 4 months, it might take just 1 month to get there. That's if it breaks that level. But for now, we're not gonna predict that. We don't predict that something's gonna be broken. We wait for it to be broken, then we act accordingly. All right, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Sharp.